In order to subscribe to my channel, please click here or click here. Please share, comment and like my videos and channel. Hello guys, welcome to SaaS with ServiceNow. This is ServiceNow System Administrator training and this is part 4. This training has been recorded in Orlando version of ServiceNow. Before we start the training, let me show you the topics of this complete training. In this part of training, we will talk about task management. Task management. ServiceNow is all about managing tasks. In this section, we will learn how ServiceNow platform helps you to get all those tasks done across the enterprise. We will learn about task assignment, how exactly you can collaborate to complete a task, how you can manage different tasks in ServiceNow. What is a task? A task is any record that can be assigned or completed by a user in ServiceNow. Users create tasks and are notified as the task moves along a workflow. Tasks can be assigned to a specific user or user groups. Task can be an incident record, a problem record, or a request. Task is required to be created to track the action and progress for a work assigned to any particular team or individual. As an example, IT team has to resolve a user's computer issue. Another example, HR team has to onboard a new joiner. These are kind of tasks for specific teams, for which you need some kind of a record, some kind of a system which can track the progress of those tasks. Task workflow. Let's take an example. Tisha is an application support engineer of an organization. While working, her computer stopped working and she is worried about completion of work she has to do. She raised an incident for the issue she was getting. And that particular incident got assigned to IT team. And then once that incident was assigned to IT team, then it got routed to John, who is an IT specialist and work on those type of issues which Tisha was getting. So that was one of the issue which John basically resolved them. John started working on the issue and got the reason for the issue. So that means he tried to troubleshoot the issue and he finally got what exactly the problem was. He resolved the issue of Tisha by taking the remote of her computer, and finally issue was resolved successfully. He changed the state of the incident to resolved in ServiceNow system. And finally, Tisha got an email from ServiceNow that her issue got resolved. And she was very happy with the kind of service she got. So this is what task management is about. So that you can track the progress of any work assigned to any individual or teams. Task table. The task table is one of ServiceNow's core tables. Any table which is a type of task is mostly extended from task table, like incident table, request table, and change table. We have other tables as well, which are extended from task table, like problem table, request item table. All these tables are basically kind of a task which has to be assigned to someone so the people can work upon it. Functionalities associated with tasks. There are a lot of additional functionalities which are basically associated with the task, like approvals, which is basically depend on the requirement. So a task can be assigned for an approval or multiple approvals, which can be generated manually or automatically as per the approval rules. ServiceNow provides a feature to use different types of approvals via workflow, which we will learn later. Assignments. Tasks are supposed to be assigned to someone so that somebody can work on those tasks and perform some actions as per the type of task. Now, this assignment can be done manually or with the help of some automation or automatic rules. Those are called assignment rules in ServiceNow. Now, users need to make sure the task is assigned to the right team or individual. So even if you are doing automatically or you are doing manually, you have to make sure that even you are putting some rules for automatic assignment, that you are putting the right rules so that ticket is assigned to the right teams. And the third additional functionality is SLA, Service Level Agreement. So SLA is basically used to track the services provided by any team working on a task. SLA highlights if duration of work completed is as per the agreed timelines or not. Else, SLA will be treated as breached. As an example, if database team needs to resolve priority 1 issues in 1 hour, then ticket assigned to them will have resolution SLA of 1 hour. And if ticket is not resolved in 1 hour, then SLA will not be met and will be treated as breached. So ServiceNow has separate tables to track all these additional functionalities, approvals, SLA, and assignments as well. Task assignment. A task can be assigned to a group or a user. Now that user should be part of the group so that he can work on the same task. But at the same time, user who has been assigned that particular task should also have access on that particular table. At the same time, for that task record as well. If user, even if incident or any task is assigned to a particular user, however, he doesn't have access to that particular record, then user cannot work on it. So access is very important in this case. Now it depends what kind of access you have applied in your instance. We will talk about access rules in our future sections. Let's see task table and its other extended tables. So for that, I will go to tables module, which is under system definition. I will click here. This will show me the list of tables which we have in our instance. So I have around 3,567 tables in my instance currently. These are all out of the box tables provided by ServiceNow. Let me show you the task table which we were talking about, which is one of the core table. So here we have this table, task table. The label of this table is task and name is task. So this is the core table, which is basically not extended from any other table. So this is kind of a parent table. However, a lot of other tables are basically extending from this table. So if I go back and I will show you the list at the top, so you will see we have label name, we have name, and then we have extend table. That means this table is basically extended from which parent table. That is something you can see here. So if I just sort task table and I just click on show matching, now this particular list is showing you all the tables basically which are getting extended from task table. And the examples which we were talking about, like incident, problem, change, you can see all those tables here. You will see request as well, requested item, you have catalog task. Now all these tables are basically extended from task table. Now what exactly extension means? Whatever fields you will see in this particular table, let's take a look. If I click here, now these are all fields of task table, the parent task table. As an example, like assignment group and business duration, or maybe assigned to. If I go back and I open any extended table from task, maybe incident, you will see similar kind of fields as well, and some fields specifically created for this table. So whenever a table is extended from a task table or any other table, it basically inherits all the fields of parent table. At the same time, you can also create specific fields for that particular table. Let me show you the assignment fields of task table. So I will go to task table. As of now, we are in incident table. So I will go to task table. Here we have assigned to. You can see it is referencing to user table. That means you can select any user. And then we have assignment group, where you have referencing to group table. That means you can select any group on any task. In that case, let me just go to the list of tasks. So if I go to the list, now this particular list, it's showing you all the tasks of your instance. Even its incident, even its change, even its problem, even its request, all the record tables which are basically extended from task table, those records will be displayed in this particular list. You can also see it with the help of type, that what are the different types you have, different task type, that you can see with the help of task type. So I will just click here and do it group by task type. When I click this button, group by task type, now it will try to group all the records which I have in my instance. So you can see these are the different types of tasks I have currently in my instance. You might have more, it depends, because this is just out of the box instance I have, so I have not maybe created a lot of records and other tables, maybe except incident table. So you can see we have change request, we have change task, we have incident, problem task, request. These are all tables which are basically extended from task table. If I go to incident, you can see we have all these incidents, and if I just open any particular record, maybe this one. As of now, this is closed. So here state is closed. However, the important part here is you have this assignment group, and then you have this assigned to. So this assignment group is basically assigned to a group, and this particular person should be part of this group, and this incident is assigned to this particular user. Let me go a little bit bottom. I was talking about task SLA. So this is what we have as part of the related list. If you will create SLA, then that SLA will be attached automatically as per the records or as per the SLA condition you have in your instance. Let's see other records. You might have some other records where we have SLA enabled. Let me quickly check. So I will try to open this record, and if I go a little bit bottom, so answer is yes. So we do have SLA record in this particular incident. So this is what SLA I was talking about. As of now, this one is priority 1 resolution SLA. Now the duration, the time is something configurable which you have to configure as per your customer requirement, as per your organizational incident management process and different process you have. ServiceNow also comes up with this SLA definition configuration, where you have this module, this application called Service Level Management, where you can configure all these SLAs for different tables, for different tasks. For example, if I go here and I select here, you can see I can also select the table. So here you can select the table for which table you want to track these SLAs. Let's see approvals. So if I go back to my record, or maybe I will show you in request one. So I will go to service catalog. In request, you might find some approvals maybe. Here we have this approvers. As of now, this is empty. But if this particular item would need to have any kind of approvals, then that approver will automatically be attached. That means that record will automatically be shown here. And that approver will also get some emails that yes, he has to approve this particular request. You can also add approvals manually. If I click this edit button, I will be able to add approvers. So let me show you how exactly you can add. So maybe I will add this one. If I will add, it will automatically create a record. As of now, it is not yet requested. If you want to make it requested, you can also do that. So if I make it requested and just save it, that means now this is in requested state, and this approver will get an email that he has to request something. And users can go into ServiceNow instance, or maybe they can also approve it with the help of email. You can see because I have logged in as an administrator, so I'm also getting a button to approve or reject. Let me quickly show you that how exactly ServiceNow gives a functionality to add approvals via workflow as well. So if I go to workflow, here I have workflow. So change management request always needs an approval. So let me go to this one. So we have this one of the workflow for change management application. That means all the change request which needs approval. So I'm just opening this record. So here we have approvals. You can see we have this change approval policy. We have some of the some other activities where you have action like approval action. You can approve it, reject it. That's how you can add approvals. So you can create new workflow and then you can add approvals for any particular task. So if you want to drive your task system, whatever task you are creating, even it's a custom or out of the box, and you want to add some workflows and you want to utilize approvals, then you can utilize it with the help of workflows as well. Ways of task assignment. Tasks can be assigned to a group or a user in different ways. Manually, in which a ServiceNow user can assign the task to himself or his own group. Or another system user can assign to other user or group of the system. Then we have assignment rules. They are pre-built functionalities by ServiceNow which support setting the value of assigned to and assignment group field on the task record. That is also automatically on the basis of some rules defined by ServiceNow admins. Then predictive intelligence. It is a feature of ServiceNow platform based on machine learning, which reads the existing historical data and updates the field like assigned to and assignment group. That means it is totally based on machine learning. And last we have custom rules or script. So ServiceNow administrators and developers can create their own custom scripts and rules to update the assignment group and assign to automatically on the basis of some condition, which is provided as part of the business requirement. Manual task assignment. Users can assign the task manually to a group or an individual. They can update the fields assignment group and assign to manually on the form. Let me open an existing incident. So I go to incident module. So here I have incident application. So I will just open any existing incident. Here you have assignment group and assign to. In order to assign an incident, I should have access to the incident application, which means you should have ITIL access, which is assigned to users to give access to ITIL applications like incident, change, problem. As of now, I have logged in as an admin. I can assign this particular ticket to any assignment group. Now that is called manual assignment. You can see the assign to already got removed automatically. If I save this, that means now in table, in database, this assignment group will be populated. This is stored in the database. Now let me quickly impersonate ITIL user and show you that how exactly ITIL user can utilize the application, what applications are visible to them, and how exactly they can do this assignment manually. In order to impersonate, ServiceNow has this particular functionality under profile section. You have this impersonate user. If I click this button, I will see that which particular user I have to impersonate. So I will select this ITIL user, which is already there, which was in my history. Now, as of now, this view is basically of ITIL user. And if I show you what all applications are visible, you will definitely see limited applications, not like the applications which were visible to ServiceNow administrator. Here we have incident, change, problem, configuration, and some other applications which are basically supposed to be visible to ITIL users, the user who has that ITIL role. If I open any existing incident, so let me just open any existing incident. Now, as an ITIL user, I can assign this incident manually to any particular group and to any individual as well. As I mentioned earlier, assignment rules are used to automatically set a value in assigned to and assignment group field of a task record. ServiceNow comes up with two modules for assignment rules. One is assignment lookup and assignment. We can configure the records to automate the assignment of task in different task table like incident, problem, or request tables. I have logged in as a system administrator. You can find assignment rule under System Policy. Under System Policy, you have Rules, and then you will see two modules: Assignment Lookup Rules and Assignment. Let me show you first Assignment. So if I click this, you will see existing records. That means ServiceNow has already provided out of the box some rules for different tables like change request, incident, problem. Let me open one record. Here you can see we have two sections. One is applies to, where you mention the table and condition of triggering of auto assignment. That means you have to mention which particular table you have to select for this rule, and then you have to put the triggering condition, then when exactly that assignment rule should trigger. That is something you mention in this particular section. And the next section we have is assign to. That once that condition is met and that will trigger the assignment rule, then which particular group or user this ticket should be assigned to. So here you can mention the user as well. You can also mention group. And the third section we have is related to the script. If you're not able to configure the options and you're not able to achieve the goal which you want to achieve as part of this assignment rule, then you can also do some scripting. So this is how you create assignment rule. Another module we have is assignment lookup rules, which is basically for incident. And if I open this existing record, so we have one record which is out of the box created by ServiceNow. Here we have category of incident, we have subcategory, you can mention configuration item. At the same time, you can also mention assignment group and assign to. That means if category will be this, if subcategory will be email and configuration item, if you want to put anything, in that case, the ticket will automatically be assigned to the group which will be selected here. It is just an additional functionality to look up for the different records so that assignment can be done by these two modules. Predictive intelligence. ServiceNow comes up with out-of-the-box module that is called predictive intelligence, which uses machine learning algorithm to determine field values during record creation. Existing data records are required to train machine learning to make effective decisions. Predictive intelligence is used to populate the following fields like category, priority, assignment group, and assign to. If you want to learn more about predictive intelligence, then you can refer ServiceNow documentation. They have a lot of information about predictive intelligence. You can also find more details about predictive intelligence in Now Learning option as well. Now Learning portal. Let me show you the predictive intelligence module. Before I show you predictive intelligence module, it is important to know predictive intelligence has to be enabled separately via a plugin. So you won't find in your instance by default when you will get new ServiceNow instance. You have to enable it. Moreover, it is a licensed application. In that case, you have to, even for your organization, you have to purchase it first. You have to get the license first, and then you can utilize it and use it in your ServiceNow instance. So if I go in Application Navigator and type here predictive, you will see this module here. So this is the module for predictive intelligence. Here basically ServiceNow has given you option that how exactly you can train your instance to read the data, and then it can automatically perform these assignments in the system without any manual intervention. Custom rules or script. Now this is one of the way as well where you can automatically perform the assignment for different tasks. In this case, you have to write some custom configuration, maybe script, depends on the kind of requirement you have, and system will automatically update these two fields. With the help of customization, you can update a lot of other fields, but as we are just talking about task assignment, so you can do this task assignment automatically as well with the help of custom rules and script. Service Desk application. ServiceNow provides an application called Service Desk, which is specifically for all users who work on different tasks like incident, request, change, problem, etc. It is one module where users can access all their tasks regardless of type of task. If the record table is extended from task table and assigned to a user or group, then users in assigned to field or part of the assigned group can see those records in this application. Let's take a look. In Application Navigator, you need to type Service Desk. Now, this is the application where you can access all the tasks assigned to you or to your group. And that's the reason the name has been given as Service Desk. The modules we have for this application is callers, where you can see all the users of your system. This is ITIL view. So all the users we have, that is something you can see. Then we have incidents. You can see all the incidents because incidents are more important because they are issues which you have to see on priority. Then you have knowledge. You can access different knowledge records. Then you have a module which says My Work. Now anything assigned to you, you can directly see in My Work, regardless of task type. Even it's incident, even it's change, even it's problem, a request, any task you can see here. So that means you don't have to worry about different applications for different task types. Just click this button, you will see all the list, whatever task assigned to you. Now, if you are a member of 10 groups, and those 10 groups basically work for different task type, maybe like incident, change, problem, request. How can you see that? Then we have My Group's Work. Now, any task assigned to your group, that means you are part of that particular group, that you can see here. Even it is not assigned to you. Then you have My Approvals. So anything which is waiting for your approval, any task, that is something you can see here. And next module we have, which is related to the SLA, because that is also very important. So we have this SLA. If I click here, it says My Work again, and then I have My Group's Work. This is for SLA. Whichever task where maybe ticket is being breached or what exactly the SLA going on, that is something you can see here. It is not targeting to incident or any task table. It is targeting to task SLA table. So you can see all the SLAs running on your task, which are basically assigned to you in My Work and assigned to your group, that is in My Group's Work. Effective task management. In order to manage the tasks effectively, users, agents who actually work on the task need to utilize additional functionalities on the task record, like work notes and comments, which are basically used to update the progress of action to complete the task. Agents who work on tasks use work notes to update the action and update the comments to provide update to the requester. Then we have activity stream. Activity stream is something which shows all the activities performed for the task, like update of a field, update work notes, comments, sending of an email. Now all those activities will be shown in activity stream. So users can see the timelines and what activity was done at what time. And then we have email functionality. ServiceNow comes with email functionality, which allows users and agents to send custom emails to different users. You can send a particular email, a custom email. You can also attach a document in that email and send to any user, which is basically related to that particular task. In this case, if you can see on the screen, we have this compose email where we have all different fields for to, CC, BCC, subject, and then we have a body as well where you can type whatever content you have to put for that email. So these are some additional functionalities which you can utilize. Let me show you in my personal developer instance. Let me impersonate as an ITIL user. So I will go here, I will impersonate ITIL user. So let's say this ITIL user wants to see what all incidents he has got in his queue. So for that, I will go to service desk and I will go to my work. So these are all tasks which are assigned to me. That means this particular user. So if I open this incident where it says sales forecast spreadsheet is read only, it is kind of an incident issue for a user. And user is here, that is caller. I have this number. These are category, subcategory, the fields related to incident. I have state, impact, urgency. Now these all are fields which are mostly inherited from task table. We have assignment group, we have assign to. Now to work on this particular incident effectively, I can change the state as per the action I am taking. If I am doing some action, so maybe I can just put the work notes that I have started working on it. And I can just post this work note and you can see here. So if my manager or somebody else wants to just check if something is going on or not, they can just check here. If they won't find something in this activity stream, then they can definitely ask this particular user the why you have not taken any action yet. And if I will say, yes, I have taken the action, then user might ask, my manager can ask that why you have not put in the comments. And that is the reason it is really important, because nobody has to reach out to you if you will put something important action here. They don't have to reach out to you. In that case, if I talk about additional comments, if you will check additional comments, now this particular field will automatically be changed and converted into additional comments. Then you will not be able to see work notes. Here, if you will type something, now this will go to the user. So what if, for example, you want to ask some kind of screenshot from the user, you want to communicate to the user that you are working upon it. In that case, you can put something here and it will be sent to the user. So that is a difference between work notes and additional comments. And here we have this activity stream. So if I type something, maybe I'm just typing test, and if I post something here, and if I reload, let's see if email is being sent or not. So as of now, you can see these logs. So we have this additional comment, we have this work note. Another functionality to work effectively is email. So if I click these three dots, you will see this email option. If I click this, it will open a pop-up where I can see that compose new email. It will automatically select the caller, but here everything will be blank, so you can put any email address. You can also search for the user. You can change the subject line if it's up to you, but this will basically be sent from here. And as if I just mention test here and I just click on send, it will be sent. At the same time, it will be also tracked in the activity stream. So let's see if it happens or not. I'm just reloading it. I think as of now, it's not sending the email. It should send, but let me refresh again. Maybe this user, I think this user has not enabled that feature maybe to get the notification. Yes, and that is what I was thinking. You can see it says notification disable. I can enable it quickly, and I will show you this same incident and show you how exactly it works. So let me just impersonate this user. And if I go to my profile, I have this allow notification. So this was disabled for this user. I have enabled it. I will just impersonate ITIL user now so that you can see that. And if I go to my work and I see the same incident here, this time let me see. Okay, so you can see email was sent because that was disabled. So in that case, he was not able to get the email, but now it is enabled and you can see that email was sent to the user. And it has also been captured in the activity stream. Now all the activities which are being triggered, you can see here the number of activities as well. If you will see 10 activities here, so it will show 10 count here. So these are the additional functionalities which are really important to work on the task by any agents and users.